Hello and welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Pisces weekly tarot reading, your energy report for the week of September 7th. So let us take a look and see what energy you are playing with. Remember, we're coming into shadow period for Mercury retrograde. That one's going to kick us all in the unpleasantries. I heard that one messes with relationship fault lines. If you have a fault line, it's about to go down. Or, so I was listening to Nightlight Astrology recently talking about this, and he said, you know, this is where astrology comes into play and makes it valuable if you know what aspects are coming up and how they're going to affect us. What we end up seeing is preparation. So you have preparation for these waves that come our direction, so you can work on your foundation before you have it challenged. Tip of the day from Karma. All right, here you go, Pisces. This is for you. Queen of Swords, Six of Swords. Then we're coming up with Queen of Wands, Four of Coins, the Magician. So this is pretty interesting for Pisces. We have the Queen of Swords, which is walking away from something that doesn't serve you. Now, if you look at this card, if you're on my YouTube, you can see these picture in picture, and it's a little easier. So join me there. So we have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is decisive. If you play with her energy at all, you know that it's quick. It's decisive, it's assertive, it's almost like a minor to the Emperor, but only feminine energy. So when we have the Queen of Swords, it's literally walking away from something that doesn't serve us. If you see in the back here, we've got the tree with her flying away from it, and just knowing that, like, where her power lies, it's almost got the feeling of an ace as well, because it has the one sword across the top where it's decisiveness. Now, a lot of times the Queen of Swords can be misinterpreted because when we are harsh or we set boundaries to someone who isn't used to us or accustomed to hearing us lay those foundations, what we end up having is conflict, or they're just a little disgruntled about it, like, fine, but that's sometimes how it goes. We know when it's required to play with that kind of energy. But I will tell you, you have the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is our card for things getting easier. We also have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands, all of this energy talks about a leadership, so to speak, unlike what the Queen of Cups, that has to do with coming from the heart. But we are just into the first 5 cards, so let's see. Four of Coins tells us you're looking for money. Duh, I'm a Pisces rising, so that would be some of my energy as well. So for those of you as a Pisces sun and Pisces rising, this is for you. So I see Nine of Wands, halfway to your goals. You have the Knight of Cups telling us that you have all of this energy that's emotional. So this is emotional upheaval, maybe just surprising thoughts that are popping in where you're not feeling as if you're navigating them like you should. We have Three of Cups, celebration, and the Justice card. So don't be surprised with the Justice card in play that you have some energy regarding contracts. Any legal matters need to be wrapped up. That could be anything small as signing a lease, buying a car, or as big as actually going to court. But this isn't something that's going to be naughty to your well-being. We don't see the Tower card with it. We're not seeing anything tumbling down, but I do see the King of Wands. So you might have to be forward with and more direct with taking leadership on some things legally and asking for them instead of letting someone ask for you. So what I see also is the Ace of Coins, Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Three of Cups. That's 5 cards in your 10-card spread that have to do with emotions and love. You know, Cups is love, Cups is how we emote. So emotions is a big player in this reading. We have the Page of Cups. Now, the fun thing about the Page of Cups is it references new beginnings. But this, if you're in a relationship, don't trip that you've got some new person coming in your life. It can mean a honeymoon phase or lots of lovey-dovey kind of attention from your partner that you do have. So we have the Page of Coins as well, and the Four of Coins. So Pisces is looking for resources. If you look here, I have the resources, right? And then this is the maze that's going on beneath there, where you're going to place your resources and what you're going to do with them. I do have the Tower card, which tells us that a lot of the ideas that we previously had might be shaken a little bit, or we might be redesigning some of those. Be aware of the Tower card being something that rocks your foundation. Think of Wizard of Oz. The house went a-swimming in the tornado and landed somewhere else. So it's not always terrible. Wizard of Oz was an interesting story. However, you know, that's that upheaval we were talking about. So the Tower card can also be an unexplained event that's out of your control. However, it's going to bring money, or it's going to cause you to realize where your resources are. In the beginning of this week, I see Pisces is looking for money to bring some things into play, bringing resources down. And these are just ideas. So it's more about like ideas before you're able, like you got to know what it is you want to do, and maybe do some research or find a vendor or get some things in alignment. And you're trying to look at these ideas now. There's a couple other cards that are in play here, the Seven of Cups and the Magician, both of which tell us, well, one, I will say, is about mastery. They're kind of like similar in a lot of ways. If you look at the Seven of Cups, it has to do with a lot of different elements in your life that are needing your attention, and you're all by yourself in here like navigating each one. This is not anywhere close to anxiety or overwhelm. This is like the card for managing things like a boss. Now remember, this is the cups, so cups has to do with emotion. Now the other thing is the Magician. Now if you look at Magician and you think of a magician in general, what you know about one, and if you ever saw one on stage or on TV, you know that they can't go live, or they can't have the curtain go up unless they're prepared, and they won't unless they're prepared. It takes a lot of practice, expertise, exposure, costumes, the whole event. And this card really represents go time for you, Pisces. So anything that you're holding on to, especially this idea that precedes it here, and if you're looking at the cards in picture, you can see the Page of Coins has to do with bringing it into 3D, bringing this down to ground, and right next to it is the Magician, which talks about now. So any of these ideas that you're having, it's like go time, and you're feeling this urgency with some of them. You also have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. So that's that feeling as if you're enjoying the things that are going on around you, and joy. Sometimes it refers to sexuality and sensuality, because it can tell us a little bit about chemistry, but this is mostly about social and family and being around other people in a good way. There aren't any negative cards that are going on here besides the Tower, which is really just about being emotionally shaken or feeling as if you're redesigning things, or taking a good long look at your emotionally, really is what this is all about, but taking a good long look at your foundations. This doesn't have anything like the Devil card or the Death card with it that says that true ending is about to come. This is an emotional state. So I am going to pull some cards for you from Mystic Dreamer. And while I get those ready, let's talk about some of the fun things that are going on with karma. My body positivity retreat is coming up on October 10th. You can check that out on my website. We're going to be doing body painting, where you get to take home a portrait. There's also some fun things like that. Other than that, singing bowls, sound bath, and energy clearing that's going on with that one. We're going to have a little feast as well, among other things. So check that out on the website. Tarot 101 class begins 2 weeks from today. So if you want to get in on the Tarot 101 class, please hit that up. And of course, for your one-on-one reading, visit my website and see if we can flesh out some of these details that pop to mind in your reading. So this is your Pisces moon, for those of you that are Pisces moon. If you're not Pisces moon and you don't know what all that means, just hang out anyway and listen to how your Pisces part is feeling, thinking. So the first thing that we have is Knight of Pentacles. This is that beginning again, or feeling like you're starting over. Nobody likes to start over. COVID's really taught us a lot about being in flow with things and changing our expectations, because I know when I first got here to St. George, I had all my retreats and my classes and my coaching program ready to go, and boom, you have to go inside, and boom, we're not allowed to visit with one another, and then holidays, and then of course just the train went on without it. And so we've learned to renegotiate and navigate differently. And so the Knight of Pentacles is that like starting over. We have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from some things. The Judgment card, King of Swords, and the King of Cups. Now that's an interesting match set. We'll pull some more cards and see what's flowing behind this, because that's a statement all of its own. And these emotions are a little bit deeper than what that sentence had to say. So King of Cups and King of Swords. So you're going through these emotional influxes with the King of Cups, which really references EQ and your outward expression with people. You also have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. What that tells me, again, the congruency between your general spread and your moon reading is the Page of Cups, which is new beginnings. So you can expect to have a little zip in your love life a little bit coming up here. You have the Six of Swords. Woo! Six of Swords, things getting easier. You can expect to have support and guidance and leadership, people around you. The thing that's the most like the only thing that's clipping your wings here right now is starting over, because you have this Knight of Pentacles. This is like not being too proud and making sure that you have things in alignment. And usually this is about impulse. So you're watching your impulse with this card this week. But you know, it's pretty incredible what the rest of the reading has to say, because you have the World card, the Fool, the Ace of Cups. You also have the Two of Pentacles. So depending on what decisions that you make, because you feel like you've got a little bit of too much to handle or two decisions to make right here, right? You've got this girl is waiting there. Hi, Jessica. So you have the two ships in the bay here, and she's juggling two things, so she can only go to meet one. So what Pisces is doing here is making this decision in her brain about which direction. I'm saying her because I'm a Pisces rising, my bad. So Pisces has this energy of I can only do one thing at a time. And so getting decisive is part of this game. And we don't see any swords in here regarding that, which is the Two of Swords. We have the King of Swords, which means you've already made a decision, and this is that follow through. You've already walked away. You've already made a decision. In this back row, we've got King of Swords and King of Cups. So you've been emotionally EQ, you've got a lot of thought process that has gone behind this. You've made careful steps. You've walked away on with good judgment, because the Judgment card is right next to the King of Swords. So before you made this decision, you had some good judgment about it. Now, you, for some reason, Pisces, though, you have the Seven of Wands. So what is it that you're defensive about? This card is all about having, you know, your weapons out and prepared for conflict, so to speak. Then you have the Ace of Cups, new beginnings. That's a trump card. So you have an opportunity to see some very new beginnings for you with this that are in a positive light. Cups is love. So anything that's heart-led is usually going to land on its feet and be joyful, more colorful, and you're going to enjoy it. There isn't a negative card in this moon reading right now. So for Pisces, you're probably really getting your shit together mentally and reframing things so that you enjoy life a little better. The best card about this whole moon reading is the Fool card, which has to do with crossroads and opportunity. You hear me often talk about that moment that you make a decision, but here's the cool thing. So I use the analogy of the Wizard of Oz with the Scarecrow, and here comes Dorothy, right? So we know the whole conversation and the storyline, but what's going on with the Scarecrow? He has an opportunity here to make a change or decide to stay. So the Fool card isn't really about where you're going or this whole new adventure. What it is about that possibility being there. So it's like a brand new day for you, Pisces. So this Fool card, look at it here. You're at a crossroads. You got everything packed. You're ready to go. And please don't forget that you had the Magician card in that general spread. So you're fully capable of taking on whatever this is that you're taking on next. Let me see if I missed anything. Nope, it looks like I covered everything. Don't forget the Page of Cups. That's that new relationship woo-woo. I think you're going to like that. So it's, if you're not in a relationship, or if you don't have a new one, this is where people are responding to you in a joyful way, and everybody seems to be a little more shiny and a little more loving. So let's pull a card for you from the Divination of the Ancients and see what your card is for focus this week. You ready? Good luck. I like it. Black cat. So this is good luck. Nobody needs to explain good luck, do they? So this means that some of these opportunities that you've been looking at might just be popping to the positive, and it also tells us that luck is on your side with that one, so you can trust this energy, which if you were questioning it all, that might be in the game. So I'm going to come right back on after this, and we're going to be doing Aries. So I will catch you on the flip side. Remember, the love is love, sorry, my computer just fried at the last second there. I thought we just lost everything. Love is the answer to every question, guys. Catch you on the flip side.